Okay. Well, the final match of the round takes place in the West with Perth Glory facing Newcastle. Despite wholesale changes at the club since the A-League's inception, the Glory are still struggling to get to grips with the new era, both on and off the pitch. Vitor Sobral spent last week in Perth for the World Game.
Perth Glory, after such a bright start, have gifted Sydney FC the lead.
It's the final nail in Perth Glory's coffin.
Well, the Perth Glory defence just parted and allowed Caceres to race through unchallenged.
It's been a horror show for Perth Glory.
It goes from bad to worse to absolutely disastrous for Perth Glory.
It's been a difficult season for Perth Glory so far, and despite the A-League only being at its halfway stage, the game against Wellington Phoenix at Members Equity Stadium was billed as a season-defining clash.
If I was a coach, I'd be thinking to myself, we've got to win this. We've definitely got to win this.
Got to win. We've got to win today.
Yeah, it's important we try and get this win and settle things down a little and get the crowd behind us.
After 9 rounds, Perth found itself on the bottom of the table, having lost 6 matches and conceding 23 goals in the process. It's been a long fall from the lofty heights of the old National Soccer League, where Glory won back-to-back titles in 2003 and 2004, and the team set the competition alight with its attacking football and average attendances of over 10,000 for 7 straight seasons.
We're the ones that were the cause of the A-League coming into existence. Good God, it's a disgrace that the team that actually started the whole thing off are the team that are getting the 4,000 and the 5,000s now.
When the new owners took over last year, there was renewed optimism that the Glory would return to the old days of big crowds and good results. So far, neither has eventuated, and the fans aren't impressed.
It is exceptionally painful compared to what it used to be like. The whole joy of attending a match is nearly gone at this stage.
I see it here in the shop as well, the people coming in and it's everybody's complaining about everything.
They just said that the football wasn't exciting. You know, it wasn't what they'd had before, and they felt that you know, elementary mistakes of just giving the ball away, not keeping possession and not goal mouth action, and so they've just gone to different things.
The owners have got to become good with what they've promised. They promised us a marquee player. Have we got a marquee player? No. They promised big games, pre-season games here that was going to bring everything and everybody in Perth down to see them. No, those games haven't eventuated.
But the club is preaching patience.
With instability off the field over a number of years, there's a lot to try and turn around. We're starting from scratch again, and we're a club with history, a proud history, and you know, at times that's our biggest strength, but at times it's also been our biggest weakness, because our fans have certain expectations of the club. We're not meeting those expectations at the moment. That's something we're trying to turn around very quickly.
2 heavy losses against Central Coast Mariners and Melbourne Victory led to crisis talks within the club, but the players feel things are now heading in the right direction.
It starts with us on the training track every day, make sure that we're working hard to improve, and we feel that we're doing that, and obviously the results will come if we keep working hard.
All the talk about there being a rift and players not supporting the coaches or the club, it's never been in doubt. So, I don't know any player that goes out and doesn't want to give 100% for the club.
But even comments from one of the country's most respected defenders hasn't stopped criticism of the club's recruitment policy.
I honestly don't think the actual salary has been spent. The entire salary cap has been spent. I think, or if it has, then all I can say is that Perth Glory have paid an awful lot of money for very average players.
It probably comes back to recruiting and so on and so forth. Obviously, Steve McMahon was probably a tried and tested mistake. The players were offside with Steve pretty much from the start, and then it just seemed to be one calamity after another.
Part of the problem seems to be attracting quality players to the West.
If you're from Melbourne and you have an offer to stay in Melbourne or Sydney, you're obviously going to pick that ahead of travelling 4 hours away on a plane. So it does make it difficult, but I suppose that's where the club's got to make sure that we do everything right off the field to try and attract players as well.
Since Stan Lazaridis, who made 11 appearances in 2 seasons because of a drug suspension, there has been no marquee player at Perth, and for some, that's the key for the Glory.
We need a really top-line marquee player. You know, a player that the public can come and, you know, similar to Dwight York, similar to Juninho, you know, it has to be a quality player.
I think the marquee player is a fantastic concept. However, you do need to do your due diligence. It's a lot of money to be spending on a player who may be towards the end of his career, and you want to ensure that you actually are getting your bang for your buck.
Despite the team's indifferent form of late and a distraction of the Red Bull air race, over 7,000 fans turned up to watch the Glory take on the Phoenix in the bottom of the table clash. And after 15 minutes, Nikita Rukavica rewarded their faith. A second to the Ukrainian-born striker late on sealed a much-needed win for Perth, and the relief was felt all around the West.
You know, if we didn't win the game, then we were going to go behind Wellington, stay at the bottom of the ladder, and still be difficult to catch up with a couple of games. You know, so with the win, it puts us above them now, and hopefully we can get a couple of results. You know, particularly at home.
To grab 3 points today is a big relief for us and gives us more confidence for the next game.
5 days later, Dave Mitchell had his contract extended by another 2 years, the club's management opting for stability to achieve their long-term goals.
Within the next 3 to 5 years, we need to have some sustained performance. We need to be knocking on the door year in, year out.
This season, Perth are still 5 points away from the top 4, so much needs to be done before the club that has given so much to Australian football recaptures its glory days.
The fans are still loyal. I'm still loyal. I want to see Perth's Glory become the #1 side in Australia again.